Principles of software testing. We have 7 main principles of software testing. Testing shows the presence of defects. Exhaustive testing is impossible. Early testing. Defect cluster. Test wear out. Testing is context dependent. And last one, absence of errors fallacy. Let's discuss every one separately. The first one, testing shows the presence of defects. The goal of software testing is to make the software fail. Software testing reduces the presence of defects. Software testing talks about the presence of defects and doesn't talk about the absence of defects. So we must get errors or defects. We don't search about it, there is no any defects. We test to get any failure. Software testing can ensure that defects are present. We can make sure that there are a lot of defects and we can fix it. But it cannot prove that the software is defect free. We cannot make sure that every product without any bug or defect. Even multiple tests can never ensure that software is 100% bug free. Testing can reduce the number of defects, but not remove all defects. The second one, exhaustive testing is impossible. It is the process of testing the functionality of the software in all possible inputs, valid and invalid. And preconditions is known as exhaustive testing. Exhaustive testing is impossible means the software can never test at every test case. It can test only some test cases and assume that the software is correct, and it will produce the correct output in every test case. If the software will test every test case, then it will take more cost effort like that. The third one, early testing saves money and time. To find the defect in the software, early testing activity shall be started. The defect detected in the early phases of SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle, will be very less expensive when we start in the first phase. So now, for better performance of software testing will start at the initial phase, the planning. Let's go the fourth one, defect clustering. In a project, a small number of modules can contain most of defects. The Pareto principle for software testing states that 80% of software defects come from 20% of modules. Okay, so it's 80-20, 80%, 20%. Okay, let's again. The Pareto principle for software testing states that 80% of software defects come from 20% of modules. For example, we have an e-commerce. We have register, login, add to cart, what else? And go to cart, check out. If you check the main modules of this software, you will get in 80%. It will be repeated in every case. You will get the most common defects in the project. The next one is tests wear out. Repeating the same test cases again and again will not find new bugs. So it is necessary to review the test cases and add or update test cases to find new bugs. What next? Testing is context dependent. The testing approach depends on the context of the software developed. Different type of software need to perform different type of testing. For example, the testing of the e-commerce site is different from the testing of an Android application. The last one is absence of errors policy. If a build software is 99% bug free but does not follow the user requirement, then it is unusable. For example, the user said we need to log in with username, not an email, but the developer make a user can only log in with email. So in this time the client would be dissatisfied and will return it again to make the username to log in. It is not only necessary that software is 99% bug free, but it is also mandatory to fulfill the customer requirements. That's all. Thank you. See you next session.